Hello viewers, welcome to the domestic news update on Top Accurate News. First, the headlines. Appeal Court affirms Kefas Agbu as Taraba Governor. FCC blames poor distribution of project on inadequate data. Old and new Naira notes should coexist till further notice. Federal government targets 3.76% economic growth. Details coming up shortly. In politics, Appeal Court affirms Kefas Agbu as Taraba Governor. The Court of Appeal in Abuja affirmed Dr. Kefas Agbu as the duly elected governor of Taraba State. The court held that the new Nigerian Peoples Party (NNPP) and its candidate Professor Yahaya Sani lacked consistency in their petition against the March 18 governorship election. The court dismissed the appeal, stating that it is against the law for litigants to blow hot and cold simultaneously. This decision solidifies the earlier ruling by the Taraba State Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, dismissing the NNPP's petition for lacking merit. Still in politics, FCC blames poor distribution of projects on inadequate data. The chairman of the Federal Character Commission (FCC), Mahiba Dankaka, has attributed the poor distribution of socio-economic projects across Nigeria to inadequate data. During a sensitization workshop in Abuja, she urged stakeholders to uphold equity, fairness, and justice in distributing infrastructural facilities. Jan Kaka emphasized the Commission's constitutional mandate to monitor the equitable allocation of projects and programs. Stakeholders at the workshop highlighted the need for accurate data submission and underscored the enduring legacy of the principle of federal character in promoting national unity and eliminating feelings of marginalization. On legal affairs, old and new Naira notes should coexist till further notice. The Supreme Court ruled that the old Naira denominations of 200, 500, and 1000 will continue to coexist with the new notes until further notice. The court maintained that both old and new notes should remain legal tender beyond December 31st, pending a process for their replacement or redesign by the federal government. The court's decision followed the Central Bank of Nigeria's extension of the validity of the old notes indefinitely. The CBN introduced redesigned denominations in October 2022, setting deadlines for the cessation of the old design as legal tenders. Concerning economic matters, federal government targets 3.76% economic growth. President Bola Tinubu presented the 2024 budget proposal to the 10th National Assembly, outlining key priorities. The budget, named the Budget of Renewed Hope, aims for a 3.76% economic growth, focusing on national security, local job creation, and poverty reduction. Tinubu highlighted Nigeria's commitment to a greener future and projected inflation to moderate to 21.4% in 2024. The budget, with an aggregate expenditure of 27.5 trillion naira, prioritizes human capital development and sustainable funding for tertiary education. Tinubu affirmed the government's commitment to meeting its debt obligations, projecting a deficit of 9.18 trillion naira in 2024, lower than the previous year, to be financed through borrowings and other sources. You are watching the news on Top Accurate News. Do stay with us. Still to come. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Moving into infrastructure. Commissioner addresses Lagos demolition. The Lagos State Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, Oluyinka Olumide, has refuted claims that the ongoing demolitions in the state are targeting Southeasterners. According to Olumide, the demolished buildings were constructed without approval, hastily erected during the COVID-19 lockdown in 2020. He emphasized that the demolitions are not selective and challenged owners of the demolished structures to present their building approvals. The state government announced the removal of perimeter fences near drainage channels in Ikoyi and may extend the action to other areas with illegal structures on drainage systems. On environmental concerns, Auditor General charges Africans toward climate change. Mr. Shakar Chira, the Auditor General of the Federation, has urged environmental auditors to develop robust methodologies for auditing the impact of climate change. Speaking at the 11th annual meeting of the African Organization of Supreme Audit Institutions Working Group on Environmental Audit, AfroSide WGEA, he emphasized the far-reaching impact of climate change on various sectors across the African continent. Chira called for collaboration among supreme audit institutions in Africa to assess the effectiveness of climate change mitigation and adaptation measures, stressing the role of auditors in ensuring transparency, accountability, and efficient use of resources in addressing climate change. Regarding religious affairs, Oyedepo warns against speaking ill of any church. Founder of the Living Faith Church Worldwide, David Oyedepo, has cautioned his son Isaac against maligning or bringing down any ministry while discharging his ministerial duties. Speaking during the unveiling of the Isaac Oyedepo Evangelistic Ministries, Oyedepo stressed the importance of humility and impact in ministry. He prayed for Isaac's success and reminded him not to be part of any efforts to discredit other ministries. Isaac, addressing speculations about his status within the church, reiterated his commitment and requested caution in considering information not communicated through his official social media platforms. In sports, NFF presidents to declare first NPFL board. Nigeria Football Federation NFF President Ibrahim Gusau is set to inaugurate the first ever retreat for the management and staff of the Nigeria Premier Football League NPFL at the Sandralia Hotel in Abuja. This retreat aims to review the NPFL's operations over the past year and strategize for improvement. The NPFL Head of Operations, Prince Davidson Onwumi, will present a comprehensive review of past performance, assessing achievement and areas for improvement in the previous season. This gathering signifies a crucial step in aligning the board's vision with the staff's operations to enhance the overall administration of professional football in Nigeria. That concludes our domestic news update for today. Stay tuned for more national news and developments across the country. Thanks for joining us. I am Jonathan Powe. Connect and engage with us on all our social media handles. Do have a wonderful day.